Oh, terribly sorry. I mistook you for a furbolg. The woods are just lousy with them this time of year. But now that I see you're a fellow intrepid explorer, please, pull up a stump, get out a flagon of mead, and join me as I regale you with the beauty that is Hero Quest. Hero Quest was released in 1989, and it's basically like if Dungeons & Dragons was a board game. They re-released it some years ago, 2020 I think, but with new box art. And much like I feel about Candyland, the old box art, though creepy, was amazing, and the new box art, fuck that shit. If you look at Queen Frostine, I had a huge crush on this lady. This is just a Barbie, and why is she wearing pink now? Also, they downgraded her from a queen to a princess? Like, what the fuck? Anyway, I got this from a yard sale for $2, as you can see, and played it probably every week for my entire teenage years. Let's take a look inside. Sounds like there's some fun stuff in there. Oh, I forgot we did this. We played it so much that we created our own expansion pack. So in between games, you should be able to take your loot back to the box cover that was inside the box that would have like an armory in it and buy new upgrades. But we had 2 of these and my brother took one of them and we kind of like divvied up the available items between the 2 boxes. So I no longer have the regular armory, but I got to keep the armory that we made, which in my opinion is way cooler. This is the game board, instruction booklet, quest book. Here's the Game Master's little protector. It's got all his monster stats on the inside. So you can keep the other people from seeing what you're doing. Oh boy, I'm losing shit. Oh, we even made a new character, Crossbowman. If you're playing the traditional game, you would choose from one of the 4 character cards. The dwarf, the barbarian, the wizard, or the elf. Yes, I know barbarian and wizard are classes and elf and dwarf are races, but this is a very basic game, okay? Or if you're playing my expansion pack, you would choose from one of my additional 4 character cards using one of these additional figurines. Comes with an assortment of monster figures. These are all of the monster figures with their stat cards next to them. We also had a toy spider in there, so you would have something to fight when you found a wandering monster that was a little bit different and fun. The zombie was always my favorite mold because he just looks like he really needs to use the bathroom. I really need to pee. Also comes with 2 regular wooden 6-sided die for moving, and 6 wooden die that have shields and skulls and bad shields on them. Treasure could be something like gold. Artifacts could be something like a wizard's staff. Chaos spells. This guy's spells were always cooler than the spells the heroes got. Monster cards represent the stats of the monsters. You get 3 of each spell card, except we're missing a fire card. Also, the fire are the most effectively offensive spells, which is why we've created duplicates of all of the fire spells. Honestly, I feel like my drawings are pretty good, okay? I'm not an artist. These are passable. In the instruction booklet, the name of the game master, the dreaded Zorgon, is revealed. Using the quest book, the dreaded Zorgon knows the layout of the map, but the heroes don't. You will place the staircase at the pre-approved location, and that is where our heroes enter. In your bin of furniture, you have things like doors. You can place a door, and when a character goes up to it, they can turn it into an open door. And with each room they go into, they discover new things until the entire map is revealed. Some of this furniture is so fun, y'all. This little tiny table with the notepads and the little bottles and the skull. Got your little torture table. Super cool bookshelves. Yeah, maybe both the candles are broken off, but this altar is still really cool. Look at the detail in the book. And this is dope. These monsters are so cool too. All of the molds for this game are just on point. Like, epic. 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 Story time. Each hero is allowed to search for treasure in every individual room. And to do that, you use your action and draw a treasure card from the deck. Now some of those are things like gold. I think you can find a ruby. Yeah, gem in a shoe. Always in a shoe every single time you find one. So weird. You can also find things like traps. You can find a pitfall hazard, which is one of these little tiles. More on that later. But you can also find a wandering monster. I think there are more wandering monster cards than any other card in the deck. When my friends were in high school, we played this game all the time. And we went out one time, drunk college students everywhere, and we were making jokes about Hero Quest, and I said, I search for treasure. And this drunk guy wandered by and was like, you looking for treasure, baby? I could be your treasure. And my friend just leaned into me and was like, you found a wandering monster. So of course we decided to name our band Wandering Monster. And that is the inspiration for the all-girl vampire band in the movie my father and I are currently making, Are They Vampires? That band is called Wandering Monster. All because of Hero Quest. Also one time my friend searched for treasure in a room and they found a pitfall trap. They fell in the pitfall trap. And then of course they asked the game master if you could search for treasure inside a pitfall because it's technically a separate room. And he said, sure, why not? So they searched for treasure in the pitfall and found a wandering monster. That was the first time we used this green spider. So then that person was alone with the spider in the pit and couldn't get out, and it was absolutely hilarious. It's always all skulls. I was hoping for a good roll to end the video on. Anyway, avast! That be Hero Quest. Why am I a pirate now? I don't know. It's 104 degrees out here.